Good afternoon. I'm Jen Crochet. We're doing something a little different today with our lunch and crunch. So what I'm going to do is just going to go over some basics, who we are, why we're here, what we do, how we came to be, that kind of thing. Just take a few minutes. It's been crazy with COVID. It's been crazy just in general this past year. So when we decided that we wanted to address and turn our awful page really more towards our senior citizens, we just kind of jumped right into that. There was a need, there were requests, so my partner and I decided to tackle that. However, we just did not really introduce ourselves and tell you who we are, so that's kind of what I'm here for today. So my name is Jennifer Crochet. I've been a paramedic for, showing my age, almost 20 years. And I was active on an ambulance in the street for about 12 of those. I also served about 5 years in dispatch as a 911 dispatcher. I was a specialist in trauma and critical care, transport and treatment. So I have a lot of experience in traumatic injuries, working with clients, patients that were very, very extremely ill. And that background, I think, in medicine and physiology gave me a unique insight into how the body works with development and recovery and regeneration as the body is at all stages of life, from birth all the way up to death. So I decided about 5 years ago or so, I got out of practicing medicine. I still currently keep up my paramedic licensure, so that helps me to keep current on what's going on with the treatments in medicine today and for traumatic injuries. So I really do a wide variety of things, all the way from youth athletics and strength and conditioning for a gymnastics team, to going and seeing in-homes for 80-plus-year-old clients, some with Parkinson's, some with multiple sclerosis. I have one client that has a lung transplant, so she only has one lung, and so I do in-homes with her. So I really do, I see everyone. A couple years ago, decided that about a year or so ago, actually 2 years ago, Catherine Martin needed an instructor for silver sneakers one day, and I filled in, fell in love with it, and decided to stay there. So I have been specializing working with the senior community and senior citizens for about at least the past 2 years, but I've been dealing with people with disabilities, limitations, and injuries for the last 5 years and specialized in that before I switched over. So I do still see clients of all of these, but I'm really wanting to address the senior community. So partnered up with, so being the founder, it's hard being a business owner and a single mom and working full time, doing all that craziness. So I pulled in a partner, my best friend of 25 years, Amy Imson, about a year ago. She has a background of the last 20 plus years in behavior analysis and worked with clients on all sides of the spectrum for autism and other behavior disorders. So together, we have a unique history and expertise, I think, I like to think so, in how to approach health and wellness from a realistic standpoint and a lifestyle standpoint, as opposed to just exercise, diet, right? We work with a lot of physicians that I've met with, a lot of physicians that I've spoken to, physical therapists, chiropractors, athletic coaches, retired professional athletes, all of that stuff. We have kind of a team behind us that helps us to make decisions on which way to go with different parts of the program and stuff. So everything that we do is well thought out and researched. Wouldn't have it any other way. So you can get more of our in-depth information on our website, www.awfultime.com. That's AWFLTIME.com. And what is awful? Well, it's active wellness and functional living. We focus on the specific needs of the aging body in their natural environment. That means that we're not doing squats, we're doing chair sits and chair stand-ups. We're gonna phrase it and say it so the brain recognizes that, so that they can safely get in and out of chairs. Okay, so we're not just doing squats, we're doing a whole lot more than that. We're working on cardio, we're working on meeting medical necessities set by the recommendations of cardiologists, neurologists, general practitioners, endocrinologists, rheumatoid specialists, you name it, and that's the direction that we try to go in. So when we're teaching like an overhead press, we're not just doing this to make their muscles look pretty. We're actually doing this to make sure that they stay strong so that they can lift things safely over their head or bring them down safely from over their heads. So the formula is a little bit deeper than just, do some push-ups, do some squats because it's good for you. It's actually geared towards specific needs for fall prevention, because I've seen a lot of hip fractures. I said this the other day in a post. I have been in probably hundreds of thousands of houses. I cannot even remember. I'm not exaggerating. I have no clue how many broken hips, broken shoulders, dislocated shoulders, broken arms, broken legs, broken ribs, fractured ribs, head injuries, concussions, subdural hematomas and bleeds. And I can't not tell you how many of those types of calls I have ran in people in the ages of 50 years old plus. Yes, I know that, the standards say that 65 plus is, senior citizen or elderly or geriatric, whatever term you want to use. But really, the turning point starts, honestly, about 46, 47, 48-ish, but truly 50 and up. You're looking at, menopause, and what we do actually call menopause, because men do start to have shifts in their hormones and testosterone levels and stuff like that, which affects their calcium in their bodies and the density of their bones and all of that stuff. So that is a real thing. I don't know if that's the technical term for it, but if you've heard menopause, it's a real thing. So with that being said, I hope that kind of answers some of your questions about who we are and what we do. So we decided to do these live videos every day at noon. Well, I cannot physically always do that because I have my own health conditions that I have to juggle around, and I have 2 kids that I'm homeschooling right now. So I have some great instructors that are guest instructors that are coming in on loan to us from Gym Fits right now, and that is Catherine Martin and Amber Mitchell. Catherine has been in the fitness industry for at least 20 years, and she is amazing. She has been working with the senior community probably at least that entire time, and I've learned a lot from her. She has a unique ability to make you sweat, love her, and hate her all at the same time without using any weights other than at all, just body weight in general. She is phenomenal in helping with cardio and coordination. So as we age, I'm sure you've heard cognitive function. Cognitive function is exactly what coordination is. As we age, those part of our brain cells begin to break down, die, right? Stop working, however you want to say it so that it's understandable. It starts to just go away as we age. So being able to, old school, pat your head and rub your tummy type thing, being able to do 2 things at one time. Being able to walk and look sideways and make sure your legs are still going even though you're not looking at the ground. Okay, so it helped the types of workouts that she does where she throws in those complex movements where you're doing more than one thing at a time is going to help literally speed your brain back up. It keeps your brain moving. It challenges it, okay? It doesn't just challenge your physical muscles. It challenges your mental muscle. And so that is just as important as we age as physical activity, okay? So working on coordination, improving and speeding up cognitive function, think of it as coordination, cognitive function will and has been proven to fight off dementia and Alzheimer's. It keeps your brain cells doing something and active and giving them a challenge, just like it does your body. So Catherine's classes, when you see senior speed, That's what we're doing. That's what she's doing. She is focusing on the aspects of your cardio needs, which everyone should know what that is. That's getting your heart rate up and keeping it up at a certain pace and getting your body with support. Why do cardio? Because your heart rate does not stay the same throughout the day. Okay, it just doesn't. When you stand up, your body needs like way more muscles to stand and walk than it does sitting down. Okay, so when you stand up, it needs to hurry up and get all the blood flow to the muscles that you're going to use to stand and walk. And the way it does that is by speeding your heart rate up. Okay, so cardio helps with your body being able to adjust to those changes. It's really good. Like, you have a lot of people, if you ever just like sit down for too long, stand up really fast and you get dizzy, you know, well, doing cardio work will help with those types of incidents, like lowering them from happening. I'm trying to break it down as simple as possible. For me to understand too. To believe that. I don't like all the technical stuff. I try to break it down as simple as possible, even for myself. I work with kids too, so I have to bring it down to, like, the youngest kid I work with is 4 years old, so I have to try and break years of medicine and terminology and physiology and all that stuff down to a 4-year-old's level. It's fun. Challenging, I love it. But so her classes, Catherine Martin, her classes are going to be, when you see Senior Speed, that is going to be focusing on speeding up your cardio, which in turn will also, and the coordination, which the movements will also help with balance and stability and helping you get more confident while you're moving. Okay. Amber Mitchell is another one of our amazing instructors that I've been honored and blessed to work with also over the last few months. And what she does is she has an athletic sports medicine background. She was an athletic trainer in college. And so she's dealt with a lot of the sports. The sports body is a totally different ball game, right? Totally different, literally, totally different game when you're dealing with sports and training athletes, okay? However, athletes get hurt a lot. A lot. I have a professional gymnast, 11-year-old daughter. Trust me, I tell you, they get hurt a lot. I'm still an athlete at 40 years old, and I broke my ankle a couple years ago. Like, it's what we do. We get hurt. However, Amber, working with all those athletes and her background and her schooling and education and things like that and her experiences, gave her a unique insight into dealing with traumatic injuries and rehab and recovery, coming off of, you know, dealing and interacting with physical therapists and stuff like that, and working with these athletes. You have to work with a team of coaches and physicians and parents and all of those things. And you have to have all these different certifications and jump on one foot while scratching your head with the other hand and try not to sneeze at the same time, right? Everything has to align. So that is kind of what it's like dealing with the senior citizens. We have to take into consideration all of the different medical history, all of their different surgeries. Everyone's got a trick knee, shoulder, hip, ankle. I have 3 clients with a trick toe. One of them is actually only 15, but everybody's got, I've had shoulder surgery, okay? Like, half of my clients don't even have all their real joints. They're artificial or, gone, shot. Somebody's walking in with a brace on somewhere. I wear a brace on my ankle when I have to do plyometrics and high intensity stuff, or else it feels like it's gonna pop again. So that kind of background with her helps with her ability to really work towards doing things like her stretch and flow. I love to call it just senior flow. She has a really strong yoga background, and she has a way to make it just smooth and blend. And I do not like yoga. I don't like to just sit there. Y'all do senior stretch. I do active mobility. I do active stretching. I'm an in motion, stretch it out person, because I am not a sit there. And now, mind you, I do static holds, and there's a place and a time for it, but it's usually me having to take somebody's class doing it, or I'm having my clients do it in their specific need range. But she has a way of doing it where it doesn't feel like I'm doing yoga. I really enjoy it. My 11-year-old gymnast has taken her senior stretch and flow class and loves it. Like, we're doing it with her today at 2, and Mackenzie is looking forward to it. That's my 11-year-old. She's been doing her gymnastics conditioning with me because she actually wants to do the gymnastics workouts. The coaches, she said they're not as hard. She just says I give her extra weight. But she likes it. But she looks forward to that stretch, Amber, and she's looking forward to it later. So please join at 2 o'clock today because Amber does have some small kids at home and she is homeschooling them. So she can't do the noon time. So please be a little flexible with us on certain days that we do have kids at home. We're trying to stick with the 12 o'clock. If there's not a class, I will come on and you can send me questions. Send me a question, send me a private message, go on our Facebook, go on our Instagram. We have Twitter, we have Pinterest, we're about to have YouTube. We're trying to get that one up and running, but I have to learn how to use it first. Oh, we're not good with technology. But just, you know, so you want to know something, you want to know a top, like specific, why do we do, what are we working when we do a chair squat? What are we doing when we're stretching? What is the point of flexibility and range of motion? Why do I need to stretch? How does it help prevent fall risk? What does stretching do for me if I have Parkinson's? What kind of stuff can I do if I have multiple sclerosis? How does lifting heavier weights help with MS? Like, ask those questions. Send them to me, and I can do some videos and hopefully maybe answer some of those questions to you, or at least direct you to some very reliable sources of where we get our information from. Not everybody has a membership to medical journals like I do, because I've been having to do that for the last 20 years with my paramedic mess, you know. So send me questions and we'll address that. And I'll get it answered either by myself, a partner, or one of the specialists, experts in the field. I'm always about finding people like that, or at least finding literature that is well researched and well cited. Okay, so it's reliable. Yeah, that's where I was going with. So I think that is it. No one has any questions. Hey, Juanita, how are you? Have you been liking that? Have you been enjoying the workouts? I hope so. I have actually been enjoying the workouts. I did Catherine's yesterday, and y'all, if y'all saw me posting, that was me having to take a break because I felt like my legs were gonna fall off. But it was awesome because I taught senior strength on Wednesday, and that was a lot of weights for me. And then I still had some private clients that I saw too. So my legs were like wore out. So when I did, when I did Catherine's workout, I was like, what? So I went over strength lunges yesterday. So my quads were on fire, but I was doing it. But I did as many as I could, and then I'd come up and I shook it out probably about 3 times before she finally was done. She is awesome. And y'all should have seen me. And she was going right. I was like kicking left, and then she was in the front, and I was tapping in the back. It was a hot mess. I take her classes because it helps with coordination. I need help with coordination, big time. So those who have like taken my classes in person know my personality. And I literally will be like, okay, we have to stop. And now let's switch feet, because I can't like quick switch my feet in the middle of a session. It's hilarious. I make fun of myself all the time. It's great. You got to laugh at yourself and have a good time doing it. So I hope that answers any questions you have. If you have any more, or if anyone's asking questions, y'all reach out to us. If you have my cell number, you can text me. Private message me on my private page. Private message us on Awful's page. You can send us an email at info@awfultime.com. That's info, I-N-F-O, at AWFLTIME.com. And we will try to address those. We all need help with coordination. Her class is super cool. I've really been enjoying her doing the doing it outside. It inspired me to try the outside on Wednesday. And then the neighbors, people came and cut the grass, so I had to go inside. Yeah, that was fun. That's been a really cool thing of like telling my family, I need you to not come in the house. I need you to like stay in your rooms. Don't come jumping out. Mackenzie, please do not do a handstand. Y'all see more of my kid's feet than I do her head. She walks around her hands all day long. I'm like, don't go past me in front of the camera in like a handstand. So if y'all see me like doing something, and I'm like, if I make like this face, it's because my kid is in the room with doing her handstand walks for gymnastics. So I'm like, try and keep that straight face, stay professional. Mackenzie's over there, and I'm like, she's gonna hit mom's china cabinet. My mother's gonna kill me, you know. So it's been fun. It's been fun doing these. I miss the element of being able to interact with y'all though, Kat. I really do, Juanita. I miss the element of being able to like see you and y'all make fun of me and harass me. Tell your husband that. Don't hit the china cabinet. I hear you. Y'all, I had to move it the other day to plug my computer in. And I was like over my shoulder the whole time because I'm having to stay at my mom's house because I still am not back in my house from the fire. So I'm like looking over my shoulder. I'm like, if she comes in here, and I was on virtual session with 4 of my clients. I'm like, if she comes in here and sees me touching this, I am 40 years old and still terrified to touch my mom's china cabinet. I'm not kidding you. Like, I don't go anywhere near it. My kids go near it. I'm like, look out. If you touch that, Ina's going to get you. My children are terrified. They're like, what? And my dad will go, you don't touch that china cabinet. Nope. I don't even know what's in there. I don't think I've ever touched in 40 years. I don't think I've touched like maybe one item in there. Maybe. I'm pretty sure I got my butt tore up for that. So that's why I don't do it. I got off topic. See, this is what happens in my classes sometimes too. So scheduling, okay? Every day at noon, please come to the site. Give me some topics to talk about. Send me some stuff, or I will sit here and talk about a china cabinet. I don't care because I'm bored. I'll do something. But here's how the schedule's kind of going to go. Mondays, I'm going to be covering senior startup. That's going to be back to basics. Everybody needs to go back to basics. Y'all, I mean, I have been doing squats for 30-something years, and if I'm not paying attention to my technique, I form bad habits, right? So sometimes we just need to bring it back to basics. And also, if you invite someone, you know, Kat, Juanita, if you are wanting to invite a friend, you know, to come and try this, Monday's the perfect, you can jump in anytime, but you go have them watch a senior startup video because you can go back and watch these videos at any time. And it's going to be the back to basics. I'm going to be covering some of the basic squat, covering the basic overhead press, and those types of things. Keeping our technique on point, okay? Because I say it all the time. Technique first, speed and power later. We don't want trying to break bad habits and form new good habits. So that's what Mondays are going to be about. Plus, you're coming off the weekend. It's a good time to just kind of like get going, get moving, cover some basics, and just kind of like get your week jump started. Okay, so senior startup on Mondays. Tuesdays, Catherine Martin, senior speed. Be there. Have a towel ready to wipe your face for sweating. Make sure you got clear space. So like I don't trip over my own feet. That's going to happen. It does. Y'all, if y'all see me put up a mad face at her, it's because I can't breathe in a good way, all in a good way. It's amazing. Please, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Amber and I will be rotating on senior strength. Senior strength is going to be about building larger, bigger muscles. Those are your larger muscle groups. Those are what I call the pretty muscles. Those are the aesthetic muscles. However, they're also the largest muscles in your body for a reason. Those are your structure. Those are your big structure muscles, okay? You got, when you build a wall, right, you got those posts. Then you got sheetrock, okay? So strength is your sheetrock. It's what houses all of those stabilizer muscles. It's kind of what holds them all together and kind of keeps them in line, okay? And that's what you're using. You need the stability muscles, and we cover that in senior startup and senior speed. Thursday, again at noon, Catherine, senior speed. So if you miss her and you don't watch the video, you really want to hit her live, guess what? She's back on Thursdays at noon. And on Fridays, Amber and I will be rotating senior flow and senior stretch, or senior stretch and flow. I'm going to call her senior flow. I like hers. It's really good. You'll see at 2 o'clock. Please try it out. So on Fridays, Wednesdays and Fridays, we'll be rotating strength and stretch. It just depends on where are we. What did we do Monday and Tuesday? Are our bodies ready for strength today? They may not be. We might want to pull back, do a stretch and mobility session there, hit some of that cardio coordination on Thursday, come back and hit strength on Friday, and then watch a good stretch video on Saturday or Sunday coming into the next week, okay? So I will post the upcoming schedule for next week with the times, because remember, Amber's are going to be a little different because she's got kiddos at home. She's got to do her videos when they're taking their nap. Okay, so that'll move around. But every day at noon, check back with us, because you start giving me a topic and I'm going to start addressing it so that I'm not just rambling, because I will, especially since the doctor has me off of my Vyvanse right now. So ADHD, full effect, which can be kind of fun because apparently I'm a little entertaining whenever my brain is rolling Dr. Seuss style up there. So no worries, I can still stay on task. I took lots of notes. So I think that handles it. Can't wait till Monday. I know, I'm so excited. I'm really, really liking it. It's gonna give me a good blend, Kat. I really do. I really think it is. It's I've been wanting to put this together for the last 2-3 years, and it's amazing. I never imagined that I'd be able to do it virtually. That's awesome. I'm getting overwhelmed with requests, which is amazing. So I'm looking forward to where this can go and how many more people we can reach. You know, trying to really get out there. Would like to get out there to a lot of the seniors that are in the retirement homes, in those retirement communities, in the condos and stuff that still have access to internet and stuff like that. So we're trying to find different avenues to do that and really get out there, because right now during COVID-19, right now, the best way to fight this is to stay in and stay safe. But they also need to stay active, need to keep the lungs moving, okay? I will do a separate post on that this weekend if you want me to, and really tell you what the difference is. My phone's blowing up. People know I'm awake. So, like I said, I'm looking forward to Monday. Send me some questions. Give me something to do, y'all. Send me some questions over the weekend, or else I'm literally just going to be sitting here trying to think up stuff on my own, and that I don't know if that's going to turn out well or not. Okay, so I love you guys. Thank you for coming. This is something I specifically say. It's just my thing, and it's thank you for filling my love cup. And I can do a whole post on love cup down the road. Yes, do lunges. Okay, I will actually. I'll cover Monday. Thank you, Juanita. I will cover lunges again because we just came off of that, and Catherine does a lot of lunges too, so that's really good. Thank you, Juanita. Lunges Monday. All right, so that's what I'll do. That'll definitely be in there. Oh, heads up, do a lot of core. Ask these ladies on here. They'll let you know. You want those beautiful abs for the summer bikini? I got you. I know. No one wants to wear a bikini. I don't either. I just want to wear shorts and a t-shirt. And I do. Actually, see, I don't go out in the sun very often, as you can see. It's totally fine. But anyway, I'll do a different post one day on the love cup, what that is. But if you don't know what it is, please keep staying in and I'll tell you all about it. But thank you for coming and just spending some time with me today, hearing me out. However long you stay through the video or you don't is okay, because at least you checked in. And for me, that filled my love cup today. So thank you. So now go out and fill somebody else's love cup. See y'all next week.